Hi all, welcome to my office. Some of you may remember I was sitting on the floor in this room, but now there's a couch here. So, I will be flying down to Birmingham to visit a friend, and then we're driving over to Lincolnshire to visit another friend. So, this seemed like the perfect opportunity to try new FlyBe. For those who aren't familiar, FlyBe was one of the largest and most recognisable regional airlines in the British Isles, flying many routes which connected places and communities which would otherwise have not had a convenient connection. At the start of 2020, just before the wave of COVID lockdowns, FlyBe ceased operations. But since then, a new group has taken ownership of the brand and assets and started a new airline, also called FlyBe. The new airline uses the same brand and aircraft types, so that's why I'll be referring to them as New FlyBe. And with that out of the way, let's find out what they're like by getting up early tomorrow morning and heading to the airport.
Good morning vlog. It is just after 6 a.m. It is a cool 0 degrees Celsius outside, so I am pretty glad to be sitting right next to this warm radiator and right next to plenty. Do you like my wall? I had my walls recently painted. Anyway, I'm getting ready to go to the airport. I just looked outside and it's been snowing overnight. Not a huge amount, but there's some snow. That's kind of cool, but also hopefully it doesn't disrupt my flight. Well, it is quite quiet here this morning at the pickup point. Yeah, snow's not too bad here at the airport.
It was quieter than I expected this morning at the airport. I made my way to the brand new Plaza Premium Lounge. The lounge has a small selection of hot and cold food as well as some pastries. I opted for a cup of coffee and a couple of croissants with jam. One of the most unique features is the Edinburgh Gin bar, serving a selection of local gins. There are these large windows looking out over the airfield and a range of comfy seating and desk spaces. There's even this dedicated kids and family room. There's also this rather cozy looking area, and even though the fire is synthetic, it's just what you want on a snowy day like this one.
Well, that was an absolutely lovely visit. Plaza Premium Lounge, amazing. I love the little cozy bit with the fire, but now I have a bit of a walk to my gate. Well, I'm heading back to the lounge. My flight is now saying estimated departure 10:25. It was supposed to be 9:10.
After coming back to the Plaza Premium Lounge, I sat down by the fire with another coffee and watched the airfield. Great views of the runway from this corner of the lounge. I also discovered this fridge stocked full of soft drinks. I was going to grab a Sprite for my flight, but forgot before leaving the lounge.
Well, what is it they say? Second time's a charm.
I sat down at the gate area and watched the passengers from the incoming flight disembarking, so I knew this time it wouldn't be long before we were boarding.
Of course, it's a small propeller plane. Time to get the gloves on to go outside. No jet bridge today. It's raining, at least it's not snowing. Oh, it's so cute, I love it.
I was in seat 2B of this Dash 8 aircraft. Boarding was quick, but we sat at the gate area for a while. And it wasn't long before we were delayed again. So far my impressions of New FlyBe are not positive, but luckily, not for long this time. I also found out that the delay was not apparently weather related, but due to the aircraft being late out of the maintenance hangar this morning. 2 hours and 30 minutes after our original departure time, we pushed back and started to depart. All things considered though, I'm not complaining because it allowed me to enjoy the lounge for longer. I should also note that I did find the communication from FlyBe to be good, receiving automated email alerts and even a £5 voucher for spending at the airport. There's nothing quite like the sound of a propeller plane. As we began our takeoff, the sun started to peek through the clouds, making for a rather nice scene. I'll leave you for a moment to enjoy the snow-covered fields and the clouds. As soon as the seatbelt signs were off, the cabin manager started the in-flight service. A small selection on board this 55-minute flight: tea, coffee, water, or orange squash, as well as a sweet or savoury snack. I chose the chocolate and vanilla cookies and the orange squash.
Not a huge amount of room in here.
Given this is a small propeller plane, there wasn't much room in the bathroom, And given how old the aircraft is, it's clearly seen better days. There is no Wi-Fi on board, but given how short this flight is, that's really not a problem. Despite the small aircraft, the legroom on board is very good, and the tray table also a good size. Although you'll struggle to fit anything larger than a backpack in the overhead bins. After only 40 minutes, we started our descent into Birmingham International. "55 minutes after leaving Edinburgh, we landed." Tiny plane. As the plane was pulling in, I was like, oh, I wonder if there's Greg's here, because like I could go for something from Greg's, and yes, there is. Good evening, vlog. We made it to our hotel in Lincolnshire for the weekend. The drive was about 2 hours from Birmingham to Lincolnshire. And while I give my final thoughts on new FlyBe, here is some nice b-roll of our day trip to Lincoln. Enjoy. So, as you enjoy these lovely scenes of Lincoln, let's talk about new FlyBe. Despite the delays, I would say I had a really positive experience overall, and would not hesitate to fly with FlyBe in the future. The biggest takeaway for me was how friendly the cabin manager was. He was very helpful. I even complimented him on his Christmas jumper. It was also nice to see a complimentary snack and drink being served on such a short flight. Yes, the options were limited, but it was not an issue for me at all, given we were really only in the air for 40 minutes. I also really enjoyed my time at the Plaza Premium Lounge, which definitely made the 2-hour delay more enjoyable. Normal price to enter the lounge at the door is over £40, but I got in for just £18 thanks to my Barclays Avios Plus card, which includes complimentary membership to Dragon Pass Premier Plus, which gives discount entry to lounges at many airports. As we enjoy the sunset from atop Lincoln Castle, I'd like to thank you for watching this vlog, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please tap the like button below this video, and I'll see you in the next one. There's a dragon in the wall, just chilling, do its dragon thing.